I'm just had a fucking moment of rage, my god, like, um, I, nothing in this country functions as it's supposed to. I used to think that, hey, the system's not perfect, but it kind of does a better job than not being there. No, it literally fucks up everything that it fucking touches. I can't fucking believe how incompetent Ministry of Justice is. It is such a fucking joke. It is such a joke. So I'm homeless, and so the very reason, like, I have two bail conditions. One of them's not to go near Mitchell again because I really am so keen to go back to the guy who beat me up and called the police on me. Like, I'm like try to keep me away. And the other one is I'm not supposed to threaten to harm anybody. Which I obviously did do because that was my strategy to get whatever the fuck Caroline's cartel is into the courtroom. And the police are so fucking stupid that they don't even know what she comes from. The police are so fucking dumb, like so fucking dumb. And it doesn't surprise me that really dumb people and really dumb lawyers get the police to do stuff, because the police are so fucking ignorant. Like, they've named an entity that doesn't exist, that I can't contact, and I've said to them, which one do you mean? Do you mean this limited company, or do you mean this trading name which isn't anything to do with anything? And they haven't replied. So I've not got adequate information from police. So therefore, I mean, the Ministry of Justice is so fucking stupid that even though I'm legally airtight in everything I do, unfortunately, no one that I've come into contact with has any fucking clue about how the law works, how legal entities work, how contracts work, how anything fucking works. And it really is fucking irrelevant what kind of evidence or argumentation, like airtight, mathematically logical argumentation, I use. There is nobody around who is fucking smart enough to fucking understand it. Now, this is the kind of thing that a narcissist would say, but you're not a narcissist if what you're saying is true. Now, being surrounded by idiots and knowing it does not make me a narcissist. Now, if I was deluded into thinking that I was smarter than these dumb fucks, that would make me a narcissist, but I'm not. I'm just really frustrated as a very vulnerable victim. I'm already naturally vulnerable, and then I'm a victim of all these fucking horrible psychopaths and sociopaths. Including the police, some of the police anyway, and then literally nobody is capable of understanding a legal argument, let alone forming one. So I'm almost thinking like I kicked Michael Starling and his brain dead EA, Rosa Stas, into the fucking curb. And yeah, I'm naming names, so they can take me to court as well. And I've just had a fucking, like, fired off a fucking 5 rage emails at them. Michael was literally stalking me, and I had to quit legal aid to basically get him off my case, and even then he wouldn't let go. And it was only when I threatened him with a restraining order that he stopped. But I just had a fucking rage because I've been looking through trying to find. Look, I've asked for fucking documents. I have to represent myself. I've asked for documents from court, and court just doesn't know what the fuck it's doing. Ministry of Justice as a whole doesn't know what it's doing. They've got addresses for me that I clearly don't live at because I'm registered as homeless, which is exactly why I don't have to stay at a particular address, because I don't have a particular address. And they were going to send something to Higgins Springfield Road, which is firstly where I've been illegally evicted because I gave notice under the Family Violence Act. I was illegally evicted by fuckwit Ministry of Justice, who doesn't know its tits from its fucking ass, civil enforcement, and then I've also been trespassed illegally from Mitchell's. Like, why the fuck would I ever want to go back there? And for starters, and then why would you fucking send mail there that is to a place that is the subject of 2 sets of legal proceedings against me? It's honestly, I really do think that I honestly think that Ministry of Justice is just there hiring people who have had very severe brain damage, or maybe from the forensics ward, and on work experience or something, because the incompetence is insane. And so I fired Michael, and the only way I could fire him was by fucking getting out of legal aid altogether, because he can't, once I get out of the legal aid service, he can't argue to carry on as my lawyer. He did argue. He argued back and forth about it. I'm like, I'm sorry, Michael, it's fucking over. I'm not in legal aid anymore. Like, you literally, this is a categorical cutting off of our relationship. Like, you cannot, our legal relationship cannot survive my leaving legal aid service. That's what it took. You fucking moron. And I'm just almost rethinking this. I'm thinking, I think the kind of morons I'm going to be dealing with at court probably do require a moron like Michael to deal with them. I don't think any of them are going to. It's going to be like, and it really is going to be like Idiocracy, where, the most average guy in the universe goes, several hundred years into the future, and is suddenly the smartest guy on the face of the planet, and no one can understand him because he's logical. Just talking gobbledygook, and people are just going to think I'm talking gobbledygook, because this is what I get. The judiciary, as far as I've encountered, and the administrators for the judiciary have no fucking clue what they're fucking doing. It is like Idiocracy, and it really is. It is Idiocracy. It really, really is, and it's so fucking painful. It's so painful to me. Like, the anger comes out of the frustration of the stupidity and incompetence of these fucking dickheads. And it's a real special kind of dickhead to be employed by the public sector. It really is. It's a special kind of dickhead. And I fired off these 5 emails. I just got on this fucking rage, this fucking red mist, and it's given me, because I'm really exhausted. I'm very unwell, and I'm so exhausted, and I'm just trying to go, oh my god, I'm just trying to make my bed bit by bit, and then I have to go to the pharmacy to pick my meds, and I'm like, I can't do it. And the thing is, because it probably is chronic fatigue syndrome as well as exhaustion syndrome, it doesn't, going for a walk doesn't perk you up, and it's actually harmful. It's just damaging me further. But I've got this fucking red mist, and it's given me the energy that I think I can walk to the pharmacy. Oh my god, I was just like, oh my god, I'm gonna at some stage, I'm gonna do a bit of a video diary of the timeline of all the fucking retarded bullshit that legal aid has done to me. And the most retarded bullshit they've done yet is assigning Michael Starling to me. But it turns out he's actually perfectly probably equipped to talk to the judge, because I don't have any faith that the judge is gonna, the chance of, I don't know, I have never dealt with a judge before. I've got no idea. I've got no fucking idea. But if it's anything like an adjudicator, it's like, oh my god, I'm gonna have to probably literally get an impact brain injury for me to be able to communicate with them on the day. I'm hoping that's not the case, but Michael Starling is supposedly very sought after because he's so experienced, and it's like, oh god, he's experienced being an absolute fucking obnoxious, legally ignorant bully, and oh my God, just, you know, the Dunning-Kruger, there's no such thing as Dunning-Kruger syndrome. It's the Dunning-Kruger effect. It affects everybody. But I have to say it does affect some people more than others. He is such a dick, and his EA is such a moron. And one of the emails I said, I would have a better legal defence just turning up and burping the alphabet than have you there for me. Oh no, I'm not joking. Well, the thing is, if the judge is competent at law, then I'm definitely better representing myself, having no fucking idea what the fuck is going on, than having Michael there. But I still don't know what the fuck is going on because the fucking court won't send me the fucking documents that actually clarify what the fuck is going on. I should not be in this fucking system, and everyone else is fucking it up for me. And I bet you if I turn up on that day, it's going to be changed again. I mean, Rosa had the fucking nerve to say, as requested, we've changed the date. And it's like, I didn't request it. And you only came up with that once I said, you guys did not tell me my court date changed. Oh my fucking God. And then she's like, as requested, we moved it to the 18th. It's like, nah. This is not how this works. I have a feeling that Chris Nolan might have requested that for me, my previous barrister, but no one fucking told me. And Chris is being a total dickwad, and he just thinks he can just give me the sulky silent treatment, and that's the handover to the next lawyer. So I know that a lot's fallen between the gaps, and the fact is that no one will actually go, yeah, I dropped the ball here, my bad. And no one will go, oh, it looks like you've been left in the lurch, let us try to solve this for you. Everyone's just denying or backpedaling. And I thought Chris had grown a fucking backbone or a pair of balls and actually decided that he would do the right thing and actually hand me over properly. But it turned out it was just a little performance in front of criminal legal aid, which I'd had a spaz to Chris with criminal legal aid copied in, going, what the fuck is going on? Like, you can't just fucking dump a client after 5 weeks when she's got important court dates coming up, which you've already delayed because we haven't had enough time to discuss them, and we haven't discussed them. So Chris is a loser. He's a fucking loser. Sorry. I liked the way he thought. But he was still quite ignorant about the law. As I've said, like, he thought that it was a defence under the Trespass Act if you didn't have intent or didn't believe that you were trespassing. It's like, oh no. So as I've been, I really, really, really do think that as stupid, I mean absolutely stupid it is to defend yourself in criminal court when you've got no fucking idea what you're doing, you're still much better to do that than to get a lawyer to do it, because I don't know what lawyers are these days. It didn't used to be like this, I'm sure. I think Chris must be about my age. I've got no idea about Michael Starling. I haven't met him. I spoke to him on the phone for a few minutes before I hung up on him. For being just an aggressive fucking dickwad. And he's one of those dickwads who thinks aggression, passes for incisiveness. And it's like, it doesn't. And Chris is lovely to deal with when he feels like it, which he stopped feeling like all of a sudden. And I think he's probably my age, which, I mean, he's a Gen X, so he should not be such a fuckhead. Boomers are fuckheads, and Gen Xers were the last non-fuckheads that came after the boomers, because the boomers are total fuckheads and they fucked up our fucking world because they were the first like real university activists knowing shit about fuck. It's like any university activists are automatically going to be completely ignorant and idealistic and not have any concept of the whole Chesterton's fence. Why is this here in the first place? Don't take it down to why it's there. And it turns out that capitalism is there because that is what makes the money that you want to give to all your pet projects. Doing. Jacinda? Okay, right. So before my rage wears off and just turns into having a laugh again, I'm gonna go rah off to the pharmacy and pick up my meds, and then I'm gonna hopefully well, I better not get too much more ragey because it's actually a little bit exhausting, and the energy that it gives me is not real energy. It's just adrenaline, and you know. But like I've half a mind just to turn up and disembowel myself in the courtroom. Like seriously, that has been a previous joking kind of plan, but I don't think it's a joke anymore. I think it's probably the best fucking legal argument that fucking judge will have heard in his career. Anyway, bye.